When I first started hearing about self-care, the first thing that came to my mind was grooming and personal hygiene. And while bubble baths can certainly be a form of self-care, I also think it's often the tiny, seemingly insignificant changes we make day to day that truly end up changing our lives in the long run. It's often the mindset shifts and the emphasis we place on our mental and spiritual health that make long-lasting effects. So today I will share with you 12 tiny self-care habits that you can do, most of these in under 2 minutes, to truly change your life. And be sure to stick to the end for the one that I believe has been a total game changer since I began to put it into practice. Also, share your own self-care tips and hacks down in the comments below so that we can make this one huge list of self-care ideas. Number 1 is to step outside or change your environment when you're stressed. During my first postpartum experience, I had the baby blues bad. I would cry all the time and I felt tremendous feelings of overwhelm and feelings of inadequacy. And one of the things that I found very helpful for me was to physically step outside for just a few minutes when I felt my emotions bubbling like a pot about to spill over. When I've been angry with someone, I found it incredibly helpful to physically step away before responding. Maybe in another room, maybe outside, or maybe that means putting my phone away before I react to a specific conversation. Because by allowing myself to have a physical change in scenery, I allow myself the chance to regain calm and regain mental clarity. When our toddler struggled with emotional outbursts and intense anxiety due to hypersensitivity, one of the things that Rudy loved to do was to take her outside for just a couple of minutes. And 9 times out of 10, her anxiety would greatly reduce and she would step back inside with a completely changed expression. Former US Secret Service agent Evie Pompuris talks about this in her book Becoming Bulletproof. Often, a change in scenery can allow your emotions to rise and fall like a wave in the ocean, without causing any harm to either other people around you or perhaps even yourself. Number 2 is to correct your posture. If you struggle with self-confidence, adopt the habit of regularly checking in on your posture. This definitely goes for me too. Sit up or stand up straight, roll your shoulders back, and lift your chin. Poor posture decreases your lung capacity, making it so that you don't breathe in as deeply. It places stress on your body, it throws you off balance, and can even contribute to tension headaches. And while good posture can be great on a physiological level, it can actually help boost your confidence. I'm definitely a work in progress on this one, as it takes a lot of practice if it's something that you're not used to. But don't give up on it. Your body will thank you for it years down the road. And not only will you look more confident, but through good posture, you can actually become so. Number 3 is to smile when you don't feel like it. When I first heard about the physiological effect of smiling, I thought it was hocus pocus. It felt silly to smile when I'm feeling frustrated or upset about something. But as strange as it sounds, it works. When you smile, a chemical reaction occurs in your brain. Your brain releases neuropeptides, which help you fight off stress. And it also has an effect on your neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins, which make you feel happy. Think of children and how carefree they tend to be, and you'll realize that they smile and laugh about the silliest things. Maybe you're not happy right now. Smile, and smile often, and make those brain juices work for you. Number 4 is small wins before bed. I don't know about you, but I've often ruminated over issues in my life, and it either tends to end up that I end up having a difficult time getting to sleep, or I just have poor sleep quality in general. Something that I've been doing for a couple of years now is to consciously think of my small wins or my favorite parts of the day before bed, especially when it's been a horrible day. So in our family, it's kind of become the norm to ask each other what our favorite parts of the day were or our small wins before we go to bed. My husband Rudy hates when I ask him this on a bad day because he's forced to think of something good that happened that day. And sometimes it's easier to stay stuck in our emotions. But nighttime is especially that time when we want to wind down, relax, and not be so hard on ourselves. Consciously thinking of the tiny things that went right that day can help us create a more positive, growth-focused mindset, and it can do wonders to help decrease our anxiety and help us sleep easier at night, which can in turn help us give our best shot the next day. If you're struggling with a major issue, congratulating yourself for the tiny things like, I took out the garbage today, or I opened the door for an elderly woman at the store. It slowly turns you into your own cheerleader. So be kind to yourself, and tonight when you go to bed, mentally high-five yourself for your small wins. Number 5 is gratitude first thing in the morning. This can seem like work or just another thing to add to your to-do list if it's something that you're not used to. Start your day on a positive note. Just like writing small wins at night can help you see that even on a rainy day, there's still something to be happy about. Taking the time to consciously list out a few things that you're thankful for can start your day off on the right foot. How many times have you gotten up angry at your alarm for interrupting your sleep? Or annoyed because it's Monday and you have to go to work? What if you wake up that day being grateful that you're healthy, that you have a car to get you to where you need to go, that you have supportive people in your life, or if you don't, that you have internet access to thousands or millions of inspiring people that can be your virtual mentors? I was recently reminded of this quote that I read, and it could not describe it any better. Some say that the grass is greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. Number 6 is to make your bed every single day. This takes very minimal effort, but it's so important for developing positive habits because the first thing that we do after we wake up is a small win. If nothing else goes right that day, at the very least, our bed was made and something in our life has order. If you feel like your home or your personal life is chaotic, make it a habit to make your bed every single day. It can not only help you increase discipline, but an added benefit is that it also makes it less tempting to get back in the bed once you've already gotten up. Number 7 is to take a cold shower after you wake up. I get it, cold showers may not be for everyone, and you're probably thinking that it sounds more like torture than self-care. I've been taking cold showers for about 2 months now, and I assure you that if you've never done it before, you will start to do them at marathon speed. But taking cold showers has been shown to increase dopamine levels for even hours after taking them. It can help improve your discipline, boost your cognitive function, and improve your focus. And one of the things that I have personally loved about it is that it instantly wakes me up in the morning. And I honestly feel more refreshed afterwards, kind of like the effect of placing cold cucumber slices on your eyes. If you struggle to wake up mentally in the morning, even just lowering the temperature towards the end of your shower can be an instant wake-up call. So if you're up for the challenge, try it out and let me know how it goes. But if you're thinking, no way, Jose, I love my hot showers, that is totally fine. It's just that for me, I cannot take a warm shower in the morning because I find them too relaxing. If I were to take a warm shower, it's usually at night to relax before bed. I can no longer tolerate a hot shower. No way, that is not for me. Number 8 is super simple, and it's one that we've all know and have heard about before. Drink more water. I'm a big fan of intermittent fasting, and over the years I've done several extended fasts like 2 days, 3 days, and even OMAD. And because of that, I can definitely vouch that at least for me, sometimes when I feel like I'm in a munching mood where I'm not necessarily hungry, but I'm just wanting to eat all day long, it tends to be because I haven't had enough water and I'm actually thirsty rather than hungry. If you struggle with cravings, try increasing your water intake and you may find that you were dehydrated. You may end up with more energy, increased mental clarity, and who knows, maybe even reduced cravings. Number 9 is to set app limits on your phone and use night mode. I have an entire playlist devoted to having balance with our technology and social media. And I find that for me, prioritizing time without screens and having limits on my phone where unnecessary apps aren't available after a certain time and do not disturb automatically turns on at night has really helped me to improve my sleep at night. And just in general, having breaks from technology can be really helpful to kind of ground us and put us back into reality. I'll link to the playlist at the end of this video, but if you want tips on how to improve sleep specifically, check out my video on how to wake up at 5 a.m. It's packed with helpful tips to help you become more productive while getting a better night's rest. And while we're on the topic of sleep, number 10 is to set your alarm 15 minutes earlier. If you find yourself constantly in a rush to get ready in the morning, try turning back your alarm just 15 minutes earlier and put your alarm across the room to force you to get out of the bed in the morning when it rings. This way you can take it slow and treat yourself to actually sitting down for breakfast. Or if there's a lot of traffic or you spilled milk all over the floor, it's no sweat off your back because you gave yourself some extra time, making your mornings go a lot smoother and starting your day on a positive note by eliminating that hectic rush. Number 11 is to perform an act of kindness. Taking care of ourselves also means taking care of the ones around us. When we do something nice for someone else and make someone else's day, it has an infectious effect on us as well. Doing kind things for others can boost our levels of oxytocin, the love hormone, which can boost our mood and overall happiness. When you put it this way, it kind of makes it seem selfish, selfish, like doing kind things for other people is really just because you want to feel warm and fuzzy inside. But as an old mentor used to say, it is good business being good to others. And lastly, my favorite on this list is to habit stack for positive vibes. So think of those activities that you dread or you hate doing, but you can't avoid doing, and find ways to inject some positivity and joy into those activities. For example, for years, I hated winter because days are already shorter, and because I live near a lake, it's almost always either rainy or just cloudy for days on end. It's like Dracula moves into Georgia in the wintertime. So this past winter, I added fairy lights with a timer, and I play relaxing piano music. And now on rainy days, I actually want to be home because I find it super cozy. Another example is that I typically wake up around 5 a.m., which for most of us isn't exactly something pleasing to do. But something that I really look forward to that motivates me to get out of the bed in the mornings is my morning collagen latte. Sometimes it's matcha, coffee, chai, turmeric, you name it. It really doesn't matter. There's something cozy and comforting to me in a warm drink in the morning before my kids wake up. It's my me time. And it gives me a lot of joy in something that would otherwise not be as much fun. Back when I worked a 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. shift and had an hour and a half, sometimes even 2-hour-long commute in city traffic, I used to call my now husband via Bluetooth on my rides back home in the mornings. This, 1, made my days a little bit brighter because I had something to look forward to on that commute, and 2, it easily kept me and others around me alive because I had no idea how I got home some days. I was so exhausted. I hated night shift with a passion, but adding this tiny habit kept me awake and it made my commute slightly less horrible. Maybe you hate commuting to work. Try finding a cool podcast or audiobook to listen to on your commute. This can not only keep you entertained, but more importantly, it can help you learn and grow. Maybe you don't like cleaning. Try putting on your favorite songs from when you were younger and reminisce on the good times. Or dance as you clean and think of cleaning as your workout. We all have things that we don't necessarily enjoy doing, but we have to do anyway. So think of those tasks that you do regularly and inject positive vibes to them. After a while, you may actually end up liking these things. For even better results, actually write these things down. Make a list of your necessary but most dreaded tasks and jot down any ideas of how you can make these just a little bit brighter. This is an awesome way to make the mundane extraordinary. That's all I have for today's video. I thank you so much for sticking to the end, and if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and help support my channel. If you'd like to see more videos on minimalism and slow living, also be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you won't miss when I post a new video. If there's any particular videos you'd like to see, either send me an email or put it down in the comments below. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.